Banana Joe production.
In a land north of the redwoods of Istanor, and far west of the yellow rocks of Symor, there is a happy place to be. A land one only dreams about. Flowers and trees bigger than life itself, with strange colors one only finds here. A place that is always comfortably warm. A place where it never rains or storms unless you want it to. The stars here twinkle so loud you can hear them, with colors of green and blue. Mysterious as it may be, this is a place that is hard to find but very easy to get here. Once you've been here, you have forgotten where you've been. A place where the game hide and seek was very first played. This is a place where every boy or girl would want to be. A place found only in your dreams. This is the land of the dragons. Here in the land of the dragons, everything is fun to do and everyone is free to do as they please. Everything was fun until one day when the purple dragons of the east joined forces with the purple dragons of the west to control the land. The leader of this evil army was a huge, evil black dragon who lived in a castle on top of Jagged Mountain. He sleeps in a large cave in the center of the castle where he protects his treasure. He is the meanest of all the dragons. Thinking of himself as the master of all the lands, he soon took control of the nearby mountains and valleys, capturing all who trespassed, making slaves out of everyone he captured, and making lanterns out of the dragonflies. The purple dragons cannot fly in the daytime, for they are evil creatures now. The purple dragons turned evil when they started working for the black dragon. They flew all night, always on the move, looking for slaves to put to work in the evil castle. Now everyone is afraid of playing at night. This land is quickly changing. All the trees and flowers are moving farther away from the castle on the hill, for they know that this is an evil place to be.
Let's get out of here.
They are not comfortable growing near the castle, and now, instead of the clouds and thunder being a fun thing, the evil dragon uses them to scare everyone, and sometimes he covers up the moon, who is everyone's friend. The moon and the stars try as hard as they can to make shadows at night, but sometimes the evil is too great, so they cannot sparkle. With the purple dragons taking over the land, the pink and the green dragons could not travel where they pleased. This had a big effect on a young dragon called Reuben. He was very afraid of being captured and put to work in the castle on top of Jagged Mountain. Reuben enjoyed playing, I think, more than anyone else. He'd enjoy playing in the woods and being free. Now he is sad and confused. Daytime is usually when dragons sleep, and now daytime is the only time Reuben can play in safety. Reuben loves the moon so much, he sometimes sneaks out at night to play. If he didn't play in the moonlight, he would be too sad to play at all. Reuben did know of a little valley that used to be secret and safe. It was a place where he met friends, beautiful dragonfish with all the colors of the rainbow glistening in the moonlight. It was a place where he could hide from his shadows and listen to stories told by dragonflies. But now Reuben's place was no longer secret and safe. Because of the purple dragons, the dragonfish hid deep in the rocks where their colors did not glisten. The dragonflies remained in the woods, afraid of being captured and made into lanterns by the evil black dragon. Reuben was sad when he last visited the little valley. However, Reuben did know of one place where the evil dragons did not know about. It was the only place left to go where his friend the moon shined bright. It was at the very, very end of a little valley by the blue lake, where the old dragons used to play. They built this place a long time ago, before even the purple dragons were born. They made it for everyone to come as they pleased, to sleep, eat, and play. It pleased Reuben very much to be here. He relaxed and thought for a while. He was blowing smoke rings through his nose like all little dragons do when thinking, when he thought of a way to stop the purple dragons. He remembered once when a small boy entered the little valley through dreamland. The boy could not be captured or told what to do. He was a dream warrior with dream power who feared nothing.
Ya Asala!
Reuben remembered how good it felt playing with the little boy and all the nice things he had said. "You are a nice dragon and fun to play with," said the little boy. Reuben thought about the boy and his dream power, and he knew what he must do. He must fly high as he could through dreamland and find the boy again. The dream warrior could stop the evil dragons once and for all. The land would be free again. Looking for a boy with dream power was a new thing for Reuben. He has never been away from the land north of Istanor and west of Symor. He never had a reason to leave until now. This was very exciting for Reuben, though. He was confident in finding the boy. The dream warrior was strong in Reuben's memory, stronger than any other memory he had. The town where the little boy said he lived was Brooksville. So Reuben went, flying high in the sky over many mountains and trees, across thousands of lakes of all shapes and sizes, into the dream warrior's land. Far away from his beloved little valley he flew. Suddenly, he came upon the edge of a town called Brooksville. Tired and frustrated, he searched. Finally, worn out with flying, he could fly no more. He approached a neighborhood with small houses lined in neat rows. Reuben headed towards them. Flying quietly, he knew the boy must be there. Reuben searched and searched, so very tired, peeking through countless windows, finding no one dreaming of anything fun and definitely no one with any dream power. Looking some more, finally he felt it. Someone was using dream power. Someone was dreaming up some fun and very exciting things. Reuben peeked in another window. This boy here was using dream power to make his dream seem like he was really there. Reuben saw into the boy's dream. The boy was king of the mountain, but it really wasn't a mountain. It was an anthill. He was helping the ants fight off giant anteaters and save them from being eaten and having their homes destroyed. Reuben knew this must be the boy. He flew through the window and slipped under the boy's pillow while he was sleeping. The pillow under the boy's head was large and fluffy. Reuben was very tired. He felt very comfortable under the pillow, though. He wanted to sleep, although Reuben knew he didn't fly all the way through dreamland just to take a nap. So he wiggled a little, so perhaps the boy might wake up. Again he squirmed, but the boy was dreaming too deeply and having too much fun. So Reuben came out from under the pillow and decided to blow smoke in the boy's nose. Maybe this would wake him up. When Reuben hopped up on the quilt, the boy rolled over and almost knocked Reuben onto the floor. He was so surprised the boy had even moved that he dashed under the pillow again. All this commotion finally made the boy become wide awake. The boy opened his bright blue eyes and quickly hopped out of bed. The boy's name is Gillian, and all this dreaming has made him hungry. He could not go on having good dreams on an empty stomach, so he decided to get something to eat. Gillian could tell something was most definitely different in his room. He looked over at Harry, his pet mouse, and said, "Harry, what were you doing sleeping under my pillow?" Harry was just sitting there on the bedpost with a blank look on his face. Life was basic and simple for Harry. All he had to do was be around when someone needed someone to talk to. That was okay for Harry, though, because he was just a little mouse in a big house. "That's funny," said Gillian. "I thought I shut my closet door." Gillian remembered how little pink dragons used to hide in his closet, so he kicked the door shut on his way down to the kitchen. "Come on, Harry, I'll race you downstairs. I'll even give you my peas if you win." Gillian liked nighttime. He liked the quiet in the house at night. Dashing through the hallway, Gillian ran downstairs trying to beat Harry to the kitchen. Stopping for a moment, Gillian saw a flicker of light in the hallway, coming from the fireplace in the living room. He once remembered a dream he had. In a dream warrior's voice, Gillian started saying a poem he made up. "Warm and bright in the night, the fire makes me feel brave and strong. Seeing my shadow dancing up the wall, through the ceiling 10 feet tall." Gillian was proud of that poem because it made him feel good whenever he said it. Feeling very hungry, Gillian started towards the kitchen. Passing Harry sitting by the fire, Gillian had to step over Harry's shadow because it stretched all the way across the floor. Leftovers taste better than the real thing to Gillian. All the flavors mixed together, although Gillian already mixes his food together, so it didn't much matter. His favorite was mashed potatoes and gravy. It makes him dream the best, but he could never figure out why. One time, Gillian was a cook on a pirate ship at sea for 2 months. He was known across the land for making the best mashed potatoes and gravy anyone had ever tasted, even the meanest of all the pirates. Gillian didn't like his peas when they got too cold, so before going back upstairs to bed, he squished them with his fork and gave them to Harry. Up the stairs and into his room, Gillian fled, hoping to beat Harry, but no such luck. Harry has secret little passages all over the house, little holes and little tunnels. In one of Gillian's dreams, he was king of all the cats, and Harry couldn't outrun Gillian even once all night. Tonight, though, this dream was going to be really good, Gillian imagined. Gillian started spinning round and round as he pulled the covers over his head. He started spinning into dreamland. He remembered a place where the flowers and trees were very different. He also remembered a young dragon whom he played with and had so much fun. In this dream, it seemed to Gillian he had been here before.
You have been here before!
Reuben announced with glee. Hey, I know you. You're Reuben the Fun Dragon. I thought I had forgotten about this dream, Gillian explained.
You did forget,
stated Reuben.
I came in your world to be in your dream.
Wow, I didn't know you could do that, Gillian said.
I had to,
said Reuben.
You're Gillian the warrior, and I need your help.
Reuben told Gillian about the purple dragons and the black dragon who lives in the evil castle on top of Jagged Mountain. Reuben also told Gillian how they came here and made things sad in the little valley. He also told him about the clouds and the flowers, and now he too is sad. Gillian thought for a moment, and in a warrior's tone of voice he said, "This doesn't seem like the right thing to do. I'll just have to have a talk with these evil dragons and let them know how I feel about what they're doing. Bring me to this castle on top of Jagged Mountain," Gillian demanded. Reuben took Gillian through the woods to where the brightly colored flowers ended. Reuben stopped. He would go no further.
I am scared of the purple dragons. I would shake all over and chatter my teeth if I go any farther. Although, I will tell you the easiest way to get there,
said Reuben. Reuben, you stay here and hide. I'll be back before you can count to 20, said Gillian. Reuben can only count to 10, but he started to count anyhow. Gillian enjoyed the bright colors of the flowers as he passed them, although he wondered why they stopped growing here. As he came to the top of the hill, he could see the castle on Jagged Mountain. He thought it looked quite beautiful and wondered why everyone was so frightened. But in an instant, the clouds moved in all around the castle and cast a black shadow across the land. Gillian was getting tired. The castle on Jagged Mountain didn't appear to be so far away, but it was farther than it looked. Let me stop and think for a while, for this dream is taking much more walking around than anything else, Gillian said to himself. At that very moment, a dragonfly came out from deep in the woods to greet Gillian and wish him a safe journey to the castle. A very bright light from the dragonfly made it seem like daytime in the woods. The dragonfly flew towards Gillian and started to speak.
Hello, sir. My name is Target. I am the last of the dragonflies near the castle on top of Jagged Mountain. I fly high in the sky above all the purple dragons to appear as a star when they pass by. Otherwise, I would surely be captured and made into a lantern by the evil dragons.
Don't worry. Soon you will have your friends back and fly as you please through these trees.
I hope so, sir. I do miss my friends very much. I do wish you a safe journey to the castle.
A bubbly black lake surrounds most of the castle on Jagged Mountain. There were things that hide in the weeds to jump out to scare passers-by. Excuse me, you creepy things. Is this the easiest way to the castle on the mountain? The things did not answer. Gillian asked again, but still no answer. Excuse me, if you do not answer me, you creepy things, I will be forced to no longer ask you any more questions, stated Gillian. Still, the things had no answer. Normally, the creepy things don't get asked many questions anyhow. Therefore, they didn't have many answers. But that's okay, though. Their job is just to sit around in the weeds and wait to scare something as they pass by. Gillian said goodbye to the creepy things and went on his way. Gillian left behind the bubbly black lake and headed up the mountain to where the castle sits. He picked up a walking stick left leaning against a tree next to a stone. It helped him keep his rhythm when walking down the trail. There was much more sky up here on the mountain than in the valley. The stars were twinkling louder and louder the higher he climbed, with colors of green and blue. All this walking around reminded Gillian of the time he once marched a whole army of frogs through the desert to a giant pond in a huge cave made of silver under a mountain that no one but him had ever seen. The captain of the frog army gave Gillian a green heart for the job well done. Coming close to the top of the mountain, Gillian saw a light. At the edge of a dark forest, just a bit below the castle on the mountain, there was a small stone house with giant dragon scales on the roof. It had a bright lantern hanging by a large wooden door. The door had shiny brass bolts and hinges and a huge handle made of gold. Beautiful flowers grew on both sides of the house, and there was a big stone step in the front of the door. This was the only house that Gillian had seen in his dream. This was also the oldest looking house he had ever seen. As he got closer, the larger of the pebbles on the side of the house turned into rubies and diamonds. Each time he took a step, he saw another pebble change, sparkling in the moonlight like stars from the heavens. Excited at the sight of the sparkling house, closer and closer Gillian went. It seemed strange to Gillian that such a small house had such a big front step. One would almost have to be a giant dragon to step up on this, Gillian thought to himself. As he approached the door, he smelled something sweet like candy. With a poke of his walking stick, the heavy door swung open with the ease of a feather dropping. The room was like nothing he had ever seen. The walls were all crooked, yet they seemed straight from the outside. There was a map of the old land on the wall. The castle on Jagged Mountain did not appear on the map. Also hanging on the wall, there was a large picture of the old city by the Blue Lake. A big round box with the smell of candy lay in the center of the room. Gillian walked closer to the box, and he opened it. With a puff of smoke and a flash of light, Gillian vanished. Moments later, Gillian found himself face to face with the biggest, meanest, ugliest dragon he had ever seen. The dragon had yellow eyes and very bad breath. The dragon's breath, combined with the fire in the cave, made Gillian very uncomfortable, so he stepped back a few steps. In a deep, cruel voice, the dragon spoke.
Don't you move, you little thing. You're my dinner my trap did bring. I'm going to eat you plenty. Yes, quickly now, my tummy empty.
The dragon spoke in rhymes, with a voice mean and demanding, something Gillian didn't like at all.
I am speaking with a grin. I am the king of the cave you are in. Speak up now, do not pant. Your last wish I may grant.
Gillian now spoke without fear. Are you the evil black dragon who lives in the evil castle on top of Jagged Mountain? Gillian asked politely.
I am the master of this land. The black dragon, here I stand. You did ask, so I will tell. My breath forever you will smell.
Gillian spoke now once again in a confident voice. I am aware, sir, that I was supposed to be your dinner tonight, but plans do change. Instead, I'm going to tell you a little story. I would ask, though, out of common courtesy, that you do not speak until I am done. I am Gillian, the warrior of this land, with powers beyond your belief. I come from far away to help friends be free again. You are an object of my dream. With the blink of an eye, you would vanish into thin air forever. You see, I have the most dream power of anyone. I have the strength of 100,000 purple dragons. What you are doing to my friends is wrong, and I don't like it at all. Every dream I have is fun, and everyone is happy in the end. So call off the purple dragons and send them back to their own side of the land, and set free all you have captured. You see, this is by far the longest dream I have ever had, and I'm getting very hungry, Mr. Dragon. I am a growing boy who will be 6 feet tall someday, and I must feed my hunger. Do you have anything to say for yourself, Mr. Dragon? There was a long pause, and then the dragon spoke. He no longer spoke in rhymes. In a calm voice, he said,
I had no idea that what I was doing was wrong. I thought that all dragons were evil, and we were supposed to do mean things like this. I was unaware that boys such as you had such great powers. You weren't even afraid of me. You had such confidence in your speaking. I am very sorry for causing you or your friends any trouble. I promise you, though, I will no longer bother you or anyone. I was just lonely and bored staying in here, all alone without anyone around. You see, I am too old to fly, and I am now too big to leave this cave. My wings, they fell off a long time ago. I cannot fit through the tunnels anymore. Thank you, though, for not making me vanish. I won't be a problem for you or your friends any longer.
No hard feelings, Mr. Dragon. I just needed to do what's right, and what you were doing is wrong. It wasn't fun for anyone. You were making my friends sad and confused. The moon, you see, who is everyone's friend, is getting dimmer every day. The beautiful dragonfish are scared, and they hide deep in the rocks where their colors do not glisten in the moonlight anymore. I want you to apologize to everyone and invite them over for some tea, perhaps. I must leave now and say goodbye to my friends. I will ask them, though, to come and visit you and bring you some flowers. For now, I must say goodbye to the evil castle on Jagged Mountain. I am getting very, very tired. Gillian was very hungry when he woke up. His tummy was growling like a lion. His hunger reminded him of the time he was a great lion fighter in the time of the Romans. He would wear no armor. His only weapon was a small sword. Gillian stopped fighting for a moment and gave Harry a rest. Gillian thought for a moment and tried to remember what he'd been dreaming about all night. He woke up so quickly. He remembered now. He was king of the mountain. He helped save some ants from giant anteaters. With morning coming, Gillian decided to have an early breakfast. He thought for a moment and said in a warrior's voice, "With a bowl of cereal waiting, I think I'll leave behind my bed, for I must fill my belly for a long day ahead." Looking over at his closet door, Gillian said to himself, "That's funny. I thought I shut my closet door already." Kicking his door shut on the way downstairs, he looked down at Harry and said, "Please brush your teeth, Harry. Your breath smells really bad."
Arriba!